Caloocan Bishop Pablo Virgilio David slams death squads behind two back-to-back murders in Caloocan City. In a homily on Thursday, David says 27-year-old Jennifer Taborada was killed by masked men Wednesday night. More than 3 hours later, 36-year-old Alvin Teng was killed just a few blocks away from where Taborada was murdered.
You know, the killers were not even rushing. They took their sweet time. We used to call them bonnet gangs. Now, we just call them what they really are, death squads. The police seem to be alerted about their presence because they're not supposed to meddle. If the police wanted to pursue them, they could have because they stayed for 4 hours. I feel so sad that I am not able to protect my flock from the wolves.
David is vice president of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines. The priest has been consistently vocal against extrajudicial killings under the Duterte administration. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque says President Rodrigo Duterte does not want to be involved in any bid to cancel the 2019 elections. Roque quotes Duterte as saying, "I will not have any hand in NOEL."
Ito po na pag-usapan talaga namin ni Presidente. I will quote the President. I will not have any hand in that. Talagang hindi po siya payag sa NOEL para labang sa charter change. So, unang-una, we would like to inform the people. Yan po ang posisyon ng Presidente. I will not have any hand in NOEL. Naniniwala po siya sa demokrasya, naniniwala siya sa eleksyon, at ang nais niya, isabay na nga itong referendum sa eleksyon.
Not once did Roque mention House Speaker Pantaleon Alvarez by name during the palace briefing. But Alvarez is the lone voice, even among federalism advocates, calling for the cancellation of the 2019 elections. Some senators slammed the proposal, branding it wrong and self-serving. A people's initiative is one way in which Filipino citizens can propose changes to the Constitution without resorting to Congress. Alvarez earlier floated the idea of getting federalism advocates to start a people's initiative to cancel elections, to speed up the shift to a federal system of government. A university student's story of how she was allegedly beaten up by her boyfriend has gone viral on Twitter. The University of Santo Tomas student's tweet garnered over 17,000 retweets and 30,000 likes as of Thursday. In a series of tweets, Diane Kimberly Arsena accuses her ex-boyfriend of physical abuse. Netizens identified the ex-boyfriend as Kyle Veray, also a UST biology student like Arsena. Arsena says, "I recently dated this guy and started just like any other relationship. Things were all great and exciting. Just like any other couple, we've had our fair share of ups and downs too. We'd fight over small and stupid things, but at the end of the day, we'd kiss and make up. It was all good, so I didn't bother reading between the lines." Veray, according to Arsena, would get angry even over petty issues. That's when Veray started hitting Arsena. At first, the bruises and scars weren't evident, but as time passed by, things just got worse. The beatings. Arsena also posted some pictures after the most recent beating, where she sustained bruises and hematoma all over her head and body. The beatings happened 4 times, once on December 2017, another one on February, and twice on March. The Student Welfare and Development Committee of UST's College of Science looked into the incident. Rappler was able to obtain a copy of the SWDC resolution. In a statement given to the SWDC, Veray denied all the accusations of Arsena, saying that the bruise and scratches were caused by their having rough sex. The SWDC said in its resolution, "We don't believe that Diane would concoct a story." The committee concluded that Veray's act should be condemned and should not be countenanced. The SWDC found Veray guilty of violating the university's Code of Conduct and Discipline, which prohibits students from inflicting injuries, physical or otherwise, on another person, whether inside or outside the campus. As a consequence, the SWDC decided Veray will not be allowed to attend a graduation ceremony and ordered him to perform 250 hours in community service. The Commission on Higher Education's manual says the penalty for hooliganism or violent or destructive behavior is exclusion. But SWDC opted for leniency after considering that Veray was a graduating student and the incident was his first offense. Arsena says she has filed a complaint against Viray in the prosecutor's office of Manila. Viray has not replied to Rappler's request for an interview. Some netizens even called for Viray's expulsion from the university. Gabriela Youth, in a statement, denounced UST's leniency. 10 Gilas players are suspended from international play for their involvement in the brawl during the FIBA World Cup Asia qualifier match between the Philippines and Australia. World Governing Body for Basketball FIBA hands down a decision Wednesday, days after the Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas or SBP and Basketball Australia sent their official reports on the incident. Terence Romeo, Jason Castro, Calvin Abueva, Andre Blatch, Roger Pugoy, Troy Rosario, Japeth Aguilar, Carl Brian Cruz, Matthew Wright, and Gio Halalon will be suspended for their involvement in the brawl. Abueva will serve the longest suspension with 6 games, while Pugoy, Cruz, and Halalon will each serve 5-game suspensions. The Gilas coaching staff was also not spared. Head coach Chot Reyes will serve a 1-game suspension and shall pay a disciplinary fine of 10,000 Swiss francs or more than 500,000 pesos. While Deputy Coach Jong Wichico will serve a 3-game suspension for joining the Filipino mob that mauled Chris Golding. The SBP will pay a disciplinary fine of 250,000 Swiss francs or more than 13 million pesos for the unsportsmanlike behavior of its delegation members and of its public, as well as for insufficient organization of the game. FIBA says the Philippines will play the next home game behind closed doors, while a ban for 2 more home games has been placed under a probationary period of 3 years. In the Australian side, Daniel Kickert will serve a 5-game suspension. Thon Maker will serve 2, while Golding will serve 1. SBP will be given 14 days to appeal to FIBA and 21 days in the Court of Arbitration for Sport from the time the appeal decision was handed down. State Weather Bureau Pag-asa says Zambales and Bataan will experience monsoon rains, while Metro Manila will have occasional rains due to the southwest monsoon enhanced by Tropical Storm Inday. Mindanao will have partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers. The center of Inday is at 1,025 kilometers east of Basco, Batanes, with maximum sustained winds of 75 kilometers per hour near the center, and gustiness of up to 90 kilometers per hour. Inday is moving northeast at 25 kilometers per hour. Follow Rappler for updates.